This video is about what to do with Khan Academy. I want you to work Khan Academy 30 minutes a day on the weekend. If you can get 15 minutes a day on the weekdays, you got to get through all of these units to try to review and catch up for school. So 30 minutes would be better on weekdays, but time, a lot of stuff going on. So 15 minutes on weekdays, 30 minutes a day on weekends. You go to Khan Academy, it's going to give you this little pop-up screen. It's asking for donations. You can donate if you want. I don't want to. And then sign up, log in, and then you'll see this is 5th grade math, Texas. I've given you the links for the appropriate grade for you. And at the end of each one, notice I've already worked this because I wanted to make sure the scoring worked. When you go to the end, it's got this star. See the star? That is the unit test. So you're not going to work the whole unit 1. What if you don't have to? So you click on the unit test. I think it's going to keep popping that thing up. And then you hit let's go. All set for the test. 20 questions, 20 to 40 minutes. It takes care of timing and grading. You don't have to do any of that. So then you just answer the question. If you get it wrong, let's say I put 12. It's going to say you got it wrong, and you can try again. You can show a step and get some hints. At that point, it's trying to help you along and teach you. So it's probably good to get a hint, show a step. If you get it right the first time, it's going to count it as right. Then at the end, you are going to get a percentage. It's going to show you what percent or what fraction of questions you got right. Let's say it shows that you had 8 out of 20. So I do it in Desmos. I do 8 divided by 20. It shows 0.4, which is 40%. You need to get 80% or greater for this exercise. So write that down. 80% or greater. If you get 80%, then don't worry about that unit. 80% or greater on the unit test, you're done. Move on to unit 2. If you get the unit 2 test. If you get 80% or greater, move on, unit 3. If you don't, then go through the lessons. And they have all these little boxes are lessons, and there's little quizzes at the end of each lesson. You can even, if you want to, zoom in even more. Okay, you don't get 80% on the star. Well, then go to the little, I don't know if this gives you a grade. Let me see if this gives you a grade. We're going to check it out. I'm just going to guess on these because I want to get to the thing as quickly as possible. Pretty sure it's going to give you a grade. 1. Yep, I guess I'll just skip them. I just want to see if it gives you a grade. I don't want a hint. Next. Skip. Yes. I'm just seeing if it gives me a grade. Skip. Yes. Next. Skip. It's not going to be happy with me. It's going to say, come on, pal, you got more work to do. All right, show summary. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, no, it does. 0.5 correct. So now I have my percent. So, yeah, you can go and do it like that. Let's go back. So click on the unit test. If you get 80%, move on to the next unit. If you do not, start going into it. Start going into the section quizzes. If you do quiz 1 and you get 80%, then don't worry about those first 3 parts. If you don't get 80% on quiz 1, then go to those first 3 parts. Go work this stuff. And then try the quiz again until you get 80%. If you don't get 80% the second time, go back again. Each section is going to have questions, but then it also has, see these little arrows? That means these are videos. You can watch these videos and get some information of how to do these things. So watch the videos, work the questions, and get yourself up to date or caught up with that unit, and then go back to the little quiz. And once you get 80% on those first 3, then go to the next part. Do the quiz. Did you get 80%? Move on to the next one. Did you get 80%? No. So now I have to go into each one of those 3 things and then redo the quiz. If I get 80%, move on. If I don't get 80%, work those. And keep going through that whole thing and then redo the test. If you get 80% on the test, move on to unit 2. If not, go back and do the quizzes again and see where you're missing information. And your goal is going to be to get through all 14 units. It's a lot of work. But that's why I say 30 minutes a day Saturday, 30 minutes Sunday, and then 15 minutes a day on the weekdays. And we'll talk about it next time we meet if that is a reasonable schedule. Maybe it has to be adjusted. Maybe we can add more time to it. But everyone's got a lot to do. You've got a lot to do with school and activities. But you want to get through this information so that you're all caught up and ready to go for the new year. You're at the beginning of the new year. This will give you a good start for the new year.